going to do a toolbox talk on roundabout collisions. I want each of you to write down why LGVs are involved in roundabout collisions, because it is one of the areas which is high risk. So tell us why. Write down, each of you write down why large goods vehicles are involved in roundabout collisions. Okay? Yep? All got something down?
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. Let's start off with you, Chris.
Car drivers have no awareness of the manoeuvrability of HGVs.
Right, okay. So it's a poor old car driver, is it? That's at fault?
They see it as a place to get past HGV.
Right.
When, if you're on a country road and you come to Roundabout, they see it as a way to get past, so they cut up the inside.
Okay, yep. Justin.
I think there's less view on quite a small island for a lorry driver to take in sometimes than the cars that are going faster. And what Chris said, to be fair, the manoeuvrability of the lorry might take up more width of the road on certain when changing lanes, which they have to be more wary of.
Who?
The lorry driver.
The lorry driver?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Phil?
I've got poor lane discipline
By who?
by both motorists.
By LGV drivers and car drivers?
Yes.
Okay.
And particularly the lorry driver changing lanes, perhaps without sufficient signalling,
Okay.
and other motorists leaving the exits unexpectedly.
Right, okay. Yeah. Quite often, lorry drivers will blame the car driver. But let's have a look at what it says in our toolbox talk here. On approach, ensure that you're in the most suitable lane for your intended exit. So as wagon drivers, if you're approaching a roundabout, which has got narrow lanes on approach, what are you going to do? Where are you going to position your vehicle?
Cover yourself over both lanes,
Both lanes. Why?
so then no one's going to sneak around.
So you're going to block the traffic off behind. You're going to position your vehicle in the most safest position on the road, which will block the vehicles off behind on approach to the roundabout. So what have you had to do there? You've had to get in concentration, observation and planning. And without that, then you're not going to get your position. So it's about drivers being on the ball, approaching high risk areas, which it is. Okay, so we've talked about narrow lanes on approach to the roundabout. What else would require you to position your vehicle in both lanes, to cover both lanes?
If you're going to have to take a certain turn and it's going to cut off the corner, so you block someone from currently inside,
Okay.
which gives you room to actually make the manoeuvre.
Okay.
Sometimes as well, on certain islands where these sets of traffic lights all the way around them,
Yeah.
you're moving across lanes, the traffic slows down in front of you, you will have to stop, and when you stop, half your vehicle might be in one lane, half it might be in the other because of the size of the lorry.
Okay. Yep. Any more on that, Bill?
No.
Okay. Right. Well, what we've got to consider is that when we're approaching a roundabout, is the width of the lanes. If they're narrow lanes, as we discussed, then inevitably you've got to get a large vehicle blocking off both lanes, blocking off the traffic. It's going to block the cars off, but you've also got to think about motorcyclists and cyclists coming up either side of you. So you've still got to be aware on approach to the roundabout. But the other thing is that when you get to the roundabout, then the lanes on the roundabout might be narrow. There might only be one lane on it. On approach to it, they might be wide. But you need to look ahead and get your vehicle into the position, blocking both lanes off again, because you know that when you get onto that roundabout, you're going to be taking up all the room on that roundabout. Now again, time and time again, wagon drivers will say to me, when they've had a collision on the roundabout, it was a car driver's fault. Inevitably, it's not the car driver's fault, it's the wagon driver's fault. He should be looking in his mirrors and he should know what's around him all the time. I sit alongside wagon drivers who don't use a left-hand mirror, and then they're going around the roundabout, someone has come up the inside of them, and they've taken them out. Particularly when they're exiting the roundabout. So, as wagon drivers, what you should be doing is entering the roundabout, got your position right, and knowing what's around you all the time. If you do that, then you're going to reduce the amount of chances of being involved in an accident. What we're calling that is defensive driving, as opposed to aggressive driving. We want to do away with aggressive driving and get in defensive driving techniques. And it says here in the toolbox talk, make Make your intentions clear with good positioning and early signals. Important. Goes on to say, when entering a roundabout, other traffic may not appreciate that you will move off very slowly before pulling forward. Look across to see if fast-moving traffic is already entering the roundabout from the opposite side. The professional driver, and that's what you are as wagon drivers, you're all professional drivers. The vocational drivers, the professional driver recognises that roundabouts are a high-risk area. He will take responsibility for others who may not appreciate the restraints of his vehicle. So what you appreciate is that car drivers will not realise the amount of room that you're going to need to take up, particularly when you get onto the roundabout. So the object of this toolbox talk is to try and reduce the number of accidents that we're getting on roundabouts and raise your awareness with regards to the skills that are required. Do you think we've done that? We've achieved that? Good. We came with some excellent replies there. Hopefully with what you've said and what we discussed in this, that will reduce the chances of you being involved in a roundabout collision.